Hello and salute everybody. So my second topic right now, we are going to talk about the long list of standards that you have. I'm talking about the long list that you have, you know, for your perfect husband, perfect wife, the list that you've been holding on since you're 20 years old. You won't let it go, still holding on to it. I want us to chat about that today. But before we talk about our standards, the long list of standards we've been holding on to and refuse to let go, I want to welcome you back to Chatting with Nicole. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe, share this video, and also check out the rest of the videos. Thank you very much for being here. I am so grateful that I get to do this with you. And I hope that wherever you are as just grateful as I am. So I really appreciate you being here with me today. So like I said, this is my second topic today, but I want us to talk about the standards. I had a standard. I have a list of standards when I was growing up. I was ready. I had a standards of what makes a perfect man that I want to marry. What makes a perfect man, perfect husband for me. So I had a list. I had a list of things that I'm looking for in a man, and I remember discussing this with when I was in on a date and stuff. I remember discussing that, and I remember having this conversation with a brother of mine who kind of made me see certain things. I discussed this in my previous videos. So I am bringing this up today. I want us to discuss our standards because nowadays I meet a lot of women, older women, even a mid-age women, and we still are so focused on standards. We still have standards that we had when we were we were stepping. We still have our hips and we in the right places. Standards that we had when we were younger. When I say younger, meaning when we were in our 20s, in our 25, when we were 25, when we were 30. But right now, we are not 30, we are not 25 anymore. Some of us, some people, definitely, they are grandmothers right now, but they are still holding these standards that they had back in way back. They can't even remember when they wrote it down. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to just focus on just women. I'm going to focus on men. Fortunately, it's not a bad thing to think about what you want. It's not a bad thing to say that you want certain you have a certain standards in a man. It is not a bad thing. But I'm bringing this up for us to think about it in a different way, in a different light. So if you have this list, you made a list, you want this person, you don't want this person, you have this long list, and it's been 10 years, it's been 5 years, it's been 20 years. You haven't found this man because you are focusing on the list. Because when you meet somebody, you are checking it off. And as so many crosses that you see, you're like, no, it's not the person. And year after year, month after month, it keeps happening. You are still there. You are still waiting. You are still single. And again, I'm addressing our single ladies and single men who are still holding on to their standards, and it is just not working out. The standards is not working out, but you refuse to let it go because you believe that, this perfect man on this paper, it is going to show up one day. Don't get me wrong. Some of you may have been able to find somebody and cross everything, check, all the way to the 20 list. 20, the 20 of the list, that 20 on your list. So some of you, it may have worked. And if it does, hey, I need to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to meet you. But, those of you, let me get my word today. Those of us who have not, we're still holding on to it. I want us to really, I want to, with all the love that I have for you, I want you to revisit it. I want to recommend that if you have a list of standards of a perfect man or perfect woman right now, and it hasn't worked for you in the past year, past 2 years, past 5 years, past 20 years, some of you probably more than that, and you have not revisited this list and really think about it in reality, and really think about your situation. Think about where you come from. Think about what you have to offer. Really think about what you need or what you want. I want to encourage you to pull that list out. I want you right now. I want you to go pull that list that you have and still holding on to. I want you to pull it out and look at it. Look at your list of standards, the standards, the men that you are looking for, the women that you are looking for on that paper. I want you to look at it. Because before, I think I told you guys this, before I had a list. And one of the things on my list was I wasn't going to marry a man that wasn't from my country. Because I want to be able to, when I'm in public, I want to be able to speak my language. I want to be able to tell him something that nobody else cannot hear. And I felt like it would be convenient. It would be better for me to, like our food that we eat, our culture and everything. I say it has to be somebody from my country or somebody, in our country, the 3 countries around my country, so that we speak the same language. I used to have that. And I used to say that I don't want to marry a man that is more than 5 years older than I was. Yeah. And then I said, I also had that I did not want a man that has a child, a man that was married before. So all of this, and then I have my brother was like, God, he was like, okay, so we were having a conversation. He was like, do you realize that in order for you to find somebody mature, and they have to be, you cannot say that somebody who has never been married before and somebody who is no more than 5 years older than you, you have to look at your age. How old are you now? And do you think that you're going to find, is this realistic? And then another one that is, the person cannot have a child. He was like, you have a child. How are you going to expect to marry somebody? You say you will not marry somebody who has a child, but you have a child. You know what I mean? So things like this, that's why I want you to pull out the list right now. Yes, when we were younger, yeah, I wasn't, I was like, it was a different story. But right now, I want you to pull that list. I want you to look at the list. Look at your list right now. For example, do you have on your list that you want somebody who has 6 packs, for example? If you're asking for somebody who has 6 packs, go in the mirror and look at yourself. Do you have 6 packs yourself? You know what I mean? I'm just making fun of this, right? I'm just using this as an example, fun example. Look at it. Where you are living right now, the job that you have, the family that you have, your condition, your situation, your health, your environment. Look at everything that you are today, not 20 years ago, because things change. Not 20 years old. So look at you right now and think about what you have on your list and see if it's really realistic, if it really makes sense right now, if you should really be holding on to this list. Think about it. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage all of our single ladies and single men. It's okay to think about what you want, who you want, how you want the person to look, and all of that. But today, I want to encourage you to pull whatever list that you have. I want to encourage you to pull it. After you look at it, do you have to change them? Do you have to revisit them? Do you have to adjust some of them? Does it make sense? Is it fair for your circumstance, your situation, where you are right now, to be looking for all of that on your list? Does it make sense? I'm going to challenge you even further right now. If you do have a list, whether it's a paper, whether it's on your phone, on your computer, wherever you have it, I want to challenge you. And your list, every time you meet somebody, you are always going through this list and you check in and checking off. I want to challenge you right now. And you've done this and it hasn't worked out. You haven't been able to check 5 things off on your list. Check a good check, a positive check for it. Maybe we haven't gotten 5 or 10 out of your list. I want to challenge you right now to turn that list off. I want to challenge you to burn it. If it is in your phone, delete it. Delete all that list right now. Delete everything you have on your list. I want to challenge you to do that. Burn it off, put it in the trash, do something where you will never see it again. All right? Okay. After you do that, think about you. Think about where you are. Think about what you would need. Think about you right now. Think about it. Are you in a position right now where you're ready for a husband? You're ready for somebody in your life? Think about it. What do you have to offer? Think about what you have to offer somebody who is going to come in your life right now, right? It is not about what this person is going to get me, because on the list, we see, I want him to be making this amount of money. I want him to have credit score, over 700 credit score. I want him to have this car. I want him to look this way. I want him to have this kind of job. Take that out. Now that we burned it, right? We shouldn't be going back on the list. So we burnt it. We deleted it. Now think about what you have to offer this man or this woman that is coming in your life. What do you have to offer them? What is it you have that you think that if this person comes in your life, you can actually help them? You can actually offer. You can actually help make them a better people or help them be happy. Think about what you have to offer versus what they have to offer you, what they have to bring you. Some of you said, somebody who will make me happy. Well, if you're not happy, nobody's going to make you happy, right? So think about how happy are you? How comfortable are you? How stable are you? Mentally, physically, spiritually stable are you right now to bring somebody in your life? As you think about all of this that you have to offer, maybe write the things that you have to offer this person versus what you want that person to give you. That is one part of the challenge, right? Write the things that you can offer the person coming in your life, your husband, your wife, that is going to come in your life. Think about the things that you have to offer them. Are you with me? Think about what you have to offer, because when we're thinking like, what is he going to bring to me? Because that's all we see. And I'm in it too, right? What is he going to bring me? I want him to bring, if he brings this, then I'll be happy. If he brings it, that I'll be in a better position. But we have to think about it the other way. What do you have to give that person? So think about that. So when you meet somebody, you have these things that you can offer this person versus the other way around. And you too, the person who is going to be meeting you, if he also thinks about what he's going to offer you, then you see what I'm seeing? You see what I'm saying? If we're all thinking, the man that I want in my life, I have the list that I can offer him, the things that I can do to help him, to make him happy, to compliment me, right? So I have my list of things I can offer. I'm working on the things that I can offer. And if I don't have enough, I'll work on it. Work on my mental stability. Because a lot of us are not, mentally, we're not ready. So work on that inside and out. So I know what I can offer. So I can say that now I am ready. And think about him. He's also thinking about, what can I offer her? You know what I mean? And he'll also work on himself. Work on himself and be ready and say, okay, now I have these things I can offer her. So imagine if we both think like that and then meet. We think about that. I have the things, I'm working on the things I can offer you, can make you happy. He's working on things that he can do to make me happy. Imagine that just for a second. Imagine if that's how we are doing things right now. That's how we are doing things to meet our soulmate, our husband, our wives. That's the challenge. I want to challenge you going forward. Instead of asking, what can you bring to me? I'm asking for this man. This is what I want from you. What can I do for that person? What am I going to make that person do for that person to be happy, to compliment that person? I want us to shift the way we think. I want us to shift, to change the way we are considering standards. What is your own standards for that person? And I also want to tell you, if you do have a list that is, I want you to, like I said, we already deleted it. We already erased the list. Don't have a list of what I want from that person anymore. Have your own list of what you can give that person. And you know what my next challenge is going to be? My next challenge will be for you to get on your knees and thank God and ask God to help you. Thank God and say, Lord, I have done it my way. I try it my way. I have the list. I prayed, I waited, I went to the club, I went to the parties, I went to this and that. I did all of this. I dated, I did all of this. But right now, Lord, I torn out the list. This is what I have. This is what you give me to offer my husband that you created me for. Wherever he is, no matter, I am old. Yeah, I'm feeling old. I'm feeling disappointed. I don't see a way out. I don't see how it's going to be possible. But I know you are the one who gave husbands. I know you are the one who created every husband. I know that you are the one who created every soul. You know every soul, every living being. Wherever my husband is, I know that you are the one who give husbands. I know that you are the one who can do it. So Lord, help me find this man that you created me for. Lead me to the right man and lead the right man to me. Lead me to the right woman and lead the right woman to me. Help me. That's my second challenge. I want you to pray. Even if you are in a relationship today, you are fiancé and you have somebody you're talking to, I need you to do that. Instead of you asking, I need you to still take that list out and think about what you have to offer. If you have somebody right now, a fiance or somebody you're talking to, that is even the best way because you know what that person has or does not have, right? So think about what you have to offer this person. Instead of saying, he's going to do this for me. What are you going to do for him? What are you going to do for her? Think about it that way. I promise you, if we are thinking this way, we are thinking about how can I make my person happy? How can I make her happy? How can I make how can I make him happy? If you're thinking this way, it's going to solve a lot of trouble, a lot of issues. So that is my recommendation for you and I today. All of you single ladies, and I promise you, even if you're in a relationship right now, shift the way you're thinking. Shift the way you're thinking that he's going to do it for you. He's going to compliment. He's going to give you all of this. Think the other way. What are you going to do? If he's also thinking, what am I going to do to make her happy? Oh, imagine that. So that is my challenge for you today. So I want you to forget about the 6-packs. I want you to forget about, the full lips. The full hair. You know how nowadays hair is a problem. Anyway, let me not go there. The full hair, salt and pepper right now. See, like my salt and pepper right now. They have to be tall. They have to be light skinned. They have to come from Asia. Some people you have to come from here. You have to have a perfect eyes because I want my children to have perfect eyes. All of this, let's sort it out. Forget about all of that. And think about what you're going to give them instead. So can you take this challenge with me? And if you do this, I need you to let me know. I need you to know. I need to know what you think, how this works out for you. So guys, I promise this was going to be, my videos today are going to be shorter. So I'm going to stick to that. I want you to please share this video with everyone. Let me know of your thought, guys. I want you to share. I know I keep asking you guys, but you have to help me. I need you. I was told that I don't know how to promote myself. I can promote other people. I don't know how to promote myself. But I just trust you. I just trust you that, if you're here, you are here for a reason. I just trust you to share it. I just trust you to help me sharing the videos. I don't have to beg. I don't have to scream. I just know that I will do that for you. So I just trust that you'll do that for me. So share it with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And also check out the rest of the videos. Stay safe and blessed. And I'll see you on the next one. And good luck.